The South Shore Women's Resource Center is a nonprofit program on the South Shore that assists victims of domestic violence. They've been in business for over 30 years, empowering victims and their families to make safe choices. They began a thrift store in downtown Plymouth to help the community with clothes, shoes, and accessories at reasonable prices, as well as to raise funds for the program. PCN visited the store to hear more.
I started this position in March, at the end of March, and the position of program director opened up in probably the end of 2013 in December, when the prior program director, Kathy, was promoted within High Point, and this position became available. Where we're looking to expand is bringing back the elder program. We once had an elder program, which was to assist elders who are victims of domestic violence. And we also had a larger teen dating violence program. So those are two areas that we are looking to expand, both on teen dating violence and getting within the schools in Plymouth County, well, in the 17 towns that we cover, and also start looking to reestablish the elder program.
This is Court Street Thrift Boutique. It is 12 rooms dedicated to pretty much everything. What's nice, we like to think about the layout, is there is a sign designating the contents of each room. And so this is all things men. Shoes, clothing, whatever is male-oriented ends up in that room. This is all thing books. Our manager broke out the signs to make it easier for people. We number them so that they're always being updated, and books that don't sell, we donate to our other programs. And sometimes people ask what happens to the clothes that don't sell from the sale room. Those go to our other programs as well, because we have family shelters and people in recovery that are getting back on their feet. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody. The way this is designed, it's very much a thrift store with thrift store pricing, but our anonymous lady, who never wanted her name to be used, really wanted it to be more of a boutique-like feel. So that's why the ambiance, I think, speaks more of a gift boutique than it does what you would traditionally think of as a thrift store. Sometimes people miss this sign because this room all over the place here. And when she did the children's room, it's rather whimsical because she did it with happy faces on the wall, so it's really cute. We're very fortunate. We got in a really nice donation recently from someone who was closing her children's shop, and she liked what we were doing here and the fact that our proceeds support our domestic violence program. So she called and pretty much gave us the contents of her store, which obviously we really appreciated. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without people donating, because everything in the store is donated, which sometimes really blows people's minds when you think it's 12 rooms. But when they find out, I think, that we're providing free and confidential domestic violence services to 16 communities, they're on board. And we get some beautiful donations.
Well, it's, having the thrift store really brings about community awareness and outreach, and it helps everybody.
And that brings us into what probably is one of the more popular rooms, and that is our kitchen. The kitchen is staged as a kitchen, which is really nice because you can see items and you can think, would this fit into my household? So I would be remiss if I didn't talk about our volunteers, because they do everything for us. We have a really small staff, both a part-time manager who works beyond her hours, and a part-time person who comes in over the weekend. But it's the volunteers that are responsible for the way this place looks. They clean, they sort, they steam clothes in 90-degree weather. They do everything. Very conscientious. The bottom line is we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
At South Shore Women's Resource Center, we'll often give vouchers for women to come down here and purchase clothes for those who may not have many items they may have left, they may not have the opportunity, and they can buy clothes for their children, they can buy clothes for themselves. And it's a program that really the thrift store gives back, and that those in the community who come in and purchase clothes, those who donate, they're really giving back to the community. And it's a great way for us to get out the word that domestic violence is a prevalent problem throughout. It's a severe problem, and it happens everywhere, and it happens here.